Yes, congratulations to Portland for a tremendous season and the effort they brought to the field today. Can't tell you how proud I am of my guys to stay in there for all of regulation until the end of the overtimes and the way we got our result. They fought the whole game, they kept it clean, and they created a lot of opportunities. Just a tremendous match by them, and I'm real happy for them.
Jay, what would you just want to talk about your team's perseverance in a match like that, where you seemed like you were on a front foot the whole time, but you still had to keep pressing for that goal. What was the message throughout the game, even though you guys seemed like you were on the front foot the whole time?
Well, it's very difficult to play a team that is not wanting to play, right? And we had an opportunity to talk about that at halftime. We just said, hey, let's be like waves on the beach. You just keep coming and coming, just time after time. I think it was a real test for the guys. They've seen a lot this year. They've experienced a lot of different situations, and we've had a little bit of that. There's been several times this year where there was no overtime, right, to figure things out. And the one time we did, the guys got the results, so they knew they were pretty confident about that on the next stage. So I thought they felt very good about it going, at the end. It was just, let's just stay with what we're doing.
Coach, was there any frustration when you guys just kept firing away, like 28 shots in regulation? Was there any frustration that none of those went in?
Of course. I mean, it wasn't like they were just lucky opportunities. They worked very hard to create those situations. Portland worked very hard to keep us out of those spots. And when you're just missing, or the keeper's coming up big, that's frustrating. But that's where the strength and the lesson learned today is just to stay with the plan, and they did. And as Bertin told me, he didn't get in the spot he was supposed to, but Val did. So thanks for saving me on that one, big guy. Maybe it's you that saved me.
Just describe that last play, that goal.
Oh, I don't remember it. Like, I have a blackout, basically. I see Bertin. We have a strong connection. I kind of know what he's going to do all the time. And on this one, I tried to just stay back post a little bit. And I knew he would, try to dribble, make a fake run and then cross it. And I just, try to stay in the little pocket in the box to put myself in a good situation to score. And the ball, he played me a perfect ball. I just got to put my head on it, and that was in. But I don't remember really the ball in the net, honestly.
Is that a yellow card you're willing to say if you take off your shirt?
Yeah, for sure. You're just your brain just shut down at this point. You just get too excited.
Bertin, I'm curious. Did you feel like you wanted more of the ball, especially into the second half and into the extra time period? You kind of inch and get the ball more and get on to the end line, because obviously it paid off in the end.
Yeah, I mean, even in the first half, I'm always asking for the ball. Sometimes the ball doesn't come, but I'm always making my run. So when the ball comes, I'm trying to deliver the best ball possible and have my shots, crosses. So it worked out in the overtime. I preferred it to happen before, but it's okay. We'll take it.
Talk us through how you got up the end to make that play.
I'm used to do that crosses. It's like the ball was deflected. Pass from Philip, I guess, was deflected by the defender. I was like, oh, it's not the assist zone, but I think I can do something. So, so I was I was very wide, but I'm putting so much power in the cross that the ball is gonna arrive. If it arrives perfectly, you don't even have to do much to finish it. So, just trying to put the better ball possible. And I knew Val was going to be there.
I'll talk a little bit about the game within the game with you and their goalie. You guys have something going on at the time.
Well, he was more having an issue with me. I was just messing around with him. I just try to just put him out of the game, but just at this point, it's also how you control those things, those little 1v1 battles in such a high stakes game, So no, I just try to put him out of this game.
Do you have anything to say about that? You scored.
No, it's all respect. At the end, it's just all respect. But just in during the game, it's you just things get heat up a little bit, but it's not a problem.
Coach, plays forward now. I mean, obviously, you're in the Final Four. You know what? How do you kind of go off your experience you had 2 years ago as a parent?
Well, there's the experience of the guys, the experience of the coaching staff, and it's been part of the plan. Nobody ever buys into your plan, but yeah, we've prepared for a lot of situations right now. Our biggest one is that we have to now recover, and the guys put that plan together, and we'll figure out who our opponent is later on today. At that time, then we'll put specific things that we'll want to do to hopefully damage our opponent and to prevent them from playing against us. So that's about it. Everything else, the guys have been putting in the time for at least this season, if not since these two have been to the Final Four before, and yeah, they know the guys who have been there. They know the challenge of it. They know what's coming a little bit. The other ones hopefully will pick up on their lead. So, but we've been preparing for this all along. Whether it's restarts or situations and matches, they're ready for it. Their experiences in the games is what's taught them even more. Like going through what we had to do today, we learned a lot. So, and yeah, we'll be ready.
Coach, I'm curious about the wind conditions going into the wind in the first half and against the wind, with the wind to be back in the second half. Just curious as to all of you how you felt about that, and it seemed like you had more momentum playing into the wind.
Well, one is, yeah, the wind sucks. That's the bottom line. But the other part of it is, you followed our game, John, so you know that we try and play and the way we try and pass and things like that, that the wind will affect it less. In fact, is when we deviated from that and tried to play longer balls, that's when it impacted us. And trying to get in behind, the ball ran too much in the first half when we played. But I thought they did a great job of playing throughout the game, with those conditions, because they do suck for soccer players.
This is for both the players and whoever wants to answer first. Second Final Four in 3 years. Does this run feel any different? Does it feel any similar to what happened in 2021?
Yeah, I think it's very different because, like, when we look also at the roster, we have a lot of different players, and the dynamic is different. It's totally two different run, two different approach. The guys that have been here already can just bring that experience and how it felt to be there, and also especially to lose there. So it's just a matter of bringing that experience to the young guys, the new guys, to get a result there.
Yeah, absolutely correct. It's a totally different situation. I don't know, like 20-some different players.
Yeah.
They've never sensed it or ever been there. So it's totally different. It's also in that one when we had the COVID, so it was a whole different situation with training, a full year of play. We were able to grow into that. We stayed the whole time in Carolina. We missed opportunities like this, to play in front of our crowd and get to a Final Four. There, we were playing in front of pretty much empty stadiums in North Carolina. So everything is different. These guys had to persevere more. They've had to work through more of difficulties, I think, in a tighter span. And the belief that they stayed in the plan and with each other, to me, just is made it very special for them. So I see it totally different.
Yeah. I agree with what the coach just said, and also I would add on to that this year we're like we knew that we were capable of doing it, but we were like kind of the underdog. We went to Akron, we went to Kentucky, and like it helped us to say, yeah, we can do it. Even if we're not playing at home, we can do it. We can beat the number one team, and now we people are respecting us for that. So yeah, I think it was totally different because before we were like almost undefeated on the season, and we were like in the top 4 in the country. And this year was like up and down. So I think it's totally different. and I appreciate it even better because it's even more difficult.
I was gonna say, Bertin, did you guys have to find that confidence, or is that something you guys maybe have always had?
No, you have the confidence in what you're capable of, but sometimes it doesn't work your way. So we concede losses. I don't know, 4 or 5 in the season. So it's like, yeah, sometimes you question yourself, but always be confident on your skills, and it's gonna show up at some point if you're doing the right thing. So I think we showed that today.
Guys, what did it feel like to walk in? Like Coach was talking about playing before a home crowd and the crowd today. Just talk about that experience.
Right. I think it was unbelievable. It was like the first game of the season against Georgetown. Georgetown was sunny. Now today was a little bit cold, but there was so many people and it was so exciting to play in front of that much people. So it was very good.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. Like even when we just like walk out of the just for warm up. Oh no, it was just like before the beginning of the game. Like I honestly have never experienced like a crowd like that loud, like really playing the game. So no, it was fantastic, and especially after I scored. So it was loud. But I want really to thank them because like as Bertin said, it was a bit cold. Like it's a Saturday at lunch. I don't know, people have plans or whatever, but what a great way to like have a good moment together, and it worked out.